So this is just a video about how I thought the run-throughs went at Middlesbrough. So the first run-through was on the 27th of March this year. For a first run-through it was quite smooth, like we had the scene orders sorted and everything. We did use scripts as this was our first run-through and we had to consider staging everything, mixing everything together. So maybe lines could get lost. We kept two original stagings, so for my first scene, pouring and sipping, I had to stay laid down for some of it, then I had to sit up and go to standing and then off. So that was the original staging, and that was the same for my scene partner as well. She started lying down, went and sat and then stood and went off. As we hadn't rehearsed ensemble scenes before, that was pretty messy, like in some places, like where we were going to place everybody, if we were going to say any lines, because we hadn't really looked into them too much. I think we'd rehearsed each one about once before we moved on, and some of it, like for the High Street scene, we hadn't done anything. And as we progressed, as we did more run-throughs at Middlesbrough, the scene order didn't change, but there was some staging changes after a lot of experimentation on solo scenes. We thought maybe some positioning and different staging would work better, so we applied them to the run-through and it seemed to work a lot better. And as it went on, we started to include costumes and props to help assist scene lengths to make the overall production a bit longer. And it was helpful as well when we had to consider timings for our lines. For example, in Charity, I had to take my hat off to speak to somebody, so it was easier to time when I had to take it off and on again and things. And on the 29th of April was our final run through at Middlesbrough, which was full costumes, full props with sound effects. We didn't have lighting, we were waiting for the tech team to do that the following day at Hartlepool. We were all, apart from one group I think, were off script, which worked quite well. And we also had the Friday prior, we had sent the edited scripts to the tech team, as some scripts were added to blend and transition between scenes a bit easier. So for example, in Pouring and Sipping, my scene partner had to show my character something, so she dragged me off, which led into the next scene, so there was a reason to leave. And also the ensemble scene for the boardroom had been slightly changed to as like a choreographed sort of dance scene to go with the song 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, which we had, I think it was one of the first run-throughs of 9 to 5 that we did during that time.